You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I hope to God this channel is not becoming the Weather Channel, but it seems like that's what is happening. And the unfathomable, the unimaginable is starting to look like it's taking shape. As we know, Buffalo Steelers postponed. It was supposed to be today. It's one of the games I'm looking forward to the most. You know, it's supposed to have been an early start. It's supposed to be a big, super wild card weekend triple header today. Except it's not. And it got moved to 3:30 Central Time tomorrow prior to the Eagles and Buccaneers game. Why? Because they're having snowmageddon with lake effect snows and temperatures up in Buffalo. Now, of course, a lot of us are like, when it comes to the players and the coach, look, they make millions upon millions of dollars. They can get out there and play all they want. Great. Make sure somebody's up there cleaning the lens so I can watch on TV because it'll be great television. But, of course, they're not going to do that because they're going to be concerned about people that will absolutely try to drive to the stadium. They're really worried about people trying to drive in from Pittsburgh. They're concerned about that because there's a safety situation where you got to remember these people start going off the roads and stuff. First responders get involved, and there's just a snowball effect, for lack of a better way of putting it. And now, holy crap, guys, we're starting that, and this may take a grenade to the playoffs somehow. But there is a scenario now, and it is moving in the direction of, and I saw a forecast yesterday, and I was like, why does the forecast not look any better for the next several days? And a lot of this got to do with lake effect snow, so it can be very hit and miss. But this travel ban is still in place. So this is what we got. This is Florio, and then I've got WGRZ number 2, NBC. And I guess that's a Buffalo station. I'm in Texas, so doing what I can here. Those who were complaining about the postponement of the Steelers-Bills game from Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern to Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern got real quiet real fast when the video emerged of the ice station zebra conditions at the stadium on Saturday night. ML Football put this up on his Twitter. Here we go. It looks like Hoth out of The Empire Strikes Back. Like I'm literally waiting for an AT-AT Walker. We called it AT Walker when we was growing up, to come sauntering down through here, and a snow speeder to be riding down through here. That's where we're at, folks. We got literal Hoth-like conditions in Buffalo, and as you can imagine, there's a travel ban, right? So this is what Kathy Hocul, my God, I don't understand why New York keeps voting in these kind of people. But anyway, New York Governor Kathy Hochul reiterates there is a travel ban for the majority of Erie County. Quote, my top priority is to keep New Yorkers safe, and this winter storm continues to pose a life and safety risk, Governor Hochul said. While there are some areas that are no longer experiencing whiteout conditions, much of Erie County remains unsafe for motorists. Please take precautions, monitor local forecasts, and take steps to keep you and your family safe. So this is inching towards a very interesting scenario. The issue isn't whether it's safe to play in the elements. The issue is whether it's safe for people to travel to and from the game, and whether it's sensible to have resources devoted to rescuing those who attempt and fail. That's why this game got postponed from today to tomorrow, we hope tomorrow. And whether it makes sense to unnecessarily imperil first responders who would be trying to help those who end up in a jam from which they need to be saved. Even if the Bills were in a domed stadium, this would still be a possibility. During the 2022 season, a game was moved to Detroit due to snow. It's an inherent risk and periodic reality of having an NFL team in Buffalo. what I am wondering is, if we get to a scenario where they can't play this on Monday and they start looking at having to do this on Tuesday, but there's still the potential for some bad weather situations, will they literally get to the point where they say, we're just moving this thing to Cleveland, or we're moving it to Detroit, or we're moving it to Atlanta? Now, I recognize how badly that sucks for Bills Mafia. I mean, those fans are great, and obviously they got a great home field advantage. But at that point, you start having issues with being able to navigate the schedule if it goes past Tuesday. If they play Tuesday, wherever, in Buffalo or somewhere else, they can make the schedule work. Yeah, if they look at having to push it to Wednesday or later, then all of a sudden the playoffs have had a grenade taken to it in the AFC. And it's going to affect all kinds of things. Not only infrastructure and everybody getting to and from work and getting to the game, and some people may be working at the game that would have normally been off. All this stuff, all kinds of things happen. Well, I can't go to the game now because, hell, it's during the week. Tomorrow happens to be a holiday. So, people can still go to the game, but it turns into a complete mess if you start getting in. Really, the mess starts with Tuesday, but it's burnt to the ground on Wednesday. All right? In this case, the risk is exacerbated by the fact that people will be tempted to drive from Pittsburgh to Buffalo to attend the game. Although conditions are expected to improve by Monday, it will still likely be a mess. Hopefully, conditions will significantly improve to allow the game to be played. If the Bills win, the Chiefs will have the benefit of 2 extra days to prepare for the divisional round matchup. I can see it now. Well, there we go. The league did it again and made sure that Mahomes got the benefit out of this, and they're trying to script this out so Mahomes ends up in the Super Bowl one way or another. I can hear it. NFL rigged. Look, it's kind of odd. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, but yeah. If the Bills win, the Chiefs will have the benefit of 2 extra days to prepare for divisional round matchups that will undoubtedly be played on Sunday, not Saturday. If the Steelers win, the gap between the games for Pittsburgh would be 6 days, and for Baltimore, it would be 14 days. So that's the scenario you're looking at right there. This whole thing's a mess. The whole thing is a literal mess. And, I mean, the narratives around the playoff all of a sudden, I mean, this, honestly, there were 2 playoff games yesterday, okay? And the Chiefs-Dolphins game, that weather got a lot of attention because it was so damn cold, but there weren't conditions that would prevent people from getting to and from the stadium safe. Now, a lot of fans were pissed because they were like, look, the NFL would have moved this game if they hadn't made that $110 million deal with Peacock. Who am I to tell people they're lying? Who am I to tell them that? I don't know that. It's kind of odd, right? You got one weather game that got moved. You got another one that didn't. But, again, that snow part wasn't nearly involved the way it was in Buffalo. So I think that's the difference if we're being fair. But, man, oh, man. Oh, look how this has worked out for Mahomes. Oh, look, he got 2 extra days rest. The Bills got the drama around trying to figure out where they're going to play and what day and all that. I mean, you're going to get NFL rigged, NFL scripted scenarios that's going to come out involving that narrative too. I promise that will happen. Tell me what you think. The idea that Monday could be in jeopardy now too. What a nightmare. What a crazy nightmare. That sucks for me. I want to watch that game. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.